Hey guys, I just want to invite you to a one-day only event that Rivers of Fire is hosting along with I-61 Church in East Aurora. We will be doing a one-day seminar called Building the House of Prayer, Establishing a Prophetic Culture in the Midst of Intercession. We will be flying in my good friend Kirk Bennett, who I've known for almost 15 years now. He has served as a senior leader at the International House of Prayer in Kansas City for almost 19 years, and then on staff with Mike Bickle and his team for a number of years before that at the church. And we have got the honor of welcoming him into the Buffalo-Niagara region to come and to sit with us for 3 sessions on Saturday, May 12th. And he and I have a neat story together. The Lord's really used him over the years to inspire me related to the move of God that is planned for Buffalo-Niagara, and our stories have kind of interwoven over the years. And I had the privilege of spending some time with him just a couple weeks ago and saying, hey, why don't you come up, why don't you sit with us, we'll get a number of folks together and we'll just get before the Lord together and go after certain subjects. So we're going to be talking about things like stewarding a prophetic encounter, and what does it mean to encounter God through the scriptures. And we're going to take a look at God's global house of prayer. What is that storyline? What does that mean to be a house of prayer? What does it mean? What does the scriptures say about a global house of prayer? And we realize that what is happening in our generation within the church, and there's a number of things going on, but we want to really focus in on something really primary, and that is that God is taking what formerly have been 2 separate streams, one of those being the prophetic stream, and one of those being the stream of intercession and prayer, where, you know, how many times, how many of you over the years can recall going to a prayer meeting with, you know, just a small handful of people, and it's the same people every week and every month and every year that really sense they have a call to intercession, that's part of their identity. But on the flip side, how many of you, likewise in the prophetic stream, can relate to having a prophetic call in your life, receiving dreams or prophetic encounters, or you know, and then you're there with your little group of prophetic folks in your church or in your ministry, and you're not really sure what to do with what you've received and where to go with that. And what we see God doing on a grand scale all over the earth is he's taking the streams of prophecy and the streams of intercession, and he's merging those into one river that flows from God's throne. And so as we learn about God building his global house of prayer, we realize that it rests on 2 foundational pillars. And one of those is a people that encounter God prophetically. A people that encounter God prophetically, whether that's through dreams and visions, or that's through meditation in the scriptures and study of the word, or whether that's in the place of intercession, having the Spirit come in our weakness, help us to pray, give us downloads of how we're to pray, what does it mean to be a priestly people, and all of those different dynamics related to intercession. And God's bringing them together and going, hey, this is really one reality that's in my heart. And we recognize here in Buffalo-Niagara that there is an explosion of the spirit of prophecy in our midst. There is an explosion of intercession. And when I say intercession, I mean worship and intercession. We see these things happening, and we see that sometimes there's a great divide between the 2 groups. And we want to say to you, no, God has called you as one people into one stream and one reality. And because we're building in Buffalo-Niagara together, we all have an inheritance in this. We all have a role to play in this. And so we've asked Kirk to come up and to help steward us as a people. And you know, as a prophetic teacher who's been teaching on subjects like encounter with God in the Word and prophecy and prayer for over 20 years. We get to glean from his wisdom and his experience, but we get to do this right here in our own backyard. You don't have to travel far. This is only going to cost you $30 for the day, and we can do this together. And not only that, but we can continue to relate to one another in honor and in love and in humility as the months and the years go by to walk this out practically in our region as a way of stewarding the great move of God that is here and is growing. And so I really encourage you, read the details below here in our email. Make sure you set the date aside. If you have a ministry team or those that you connect with in your prayer team that are just sensing the call of God to be awakened in a fresh way to the prophetic, to intercession, to contending for revival or spiritual awakening, whatever language you might use, come and bring them as well. We're going to do all registration at the door. Checks can be made payable to Rivers of Fire, and cash is acceptable, and we'll have details for you as far as what our schedule looks like, where you can plug in food and drink. Will be in East Aurora. There's tons of places you can plug in between the sessions, and we're going to have a phenomenal time with this. We can't wait to see you. Bye.